We're gonna do a different type of case review today. We're gonna call it an autopsy. So let's cut open the body and see where we went wrong during the trial. Sorry. Where I went wrong. I needed to prove that my client was insane at the time that he murdered Gerald Reinoff. So, what was my first mistake? Really? None of you thought that I made one mistake during this trial?
You screwed up with your very first decision.
You mean replacing you as second chair with Mr. Maddox?
I guess I'm talking about your second decision then.
We have till noon tomorrow to tell the judge if we're waiving our right to a jury at Senior's trial. So let's hash it out. Who votes jury, who votes judge?
You always go with the judge on an insanity defense.
When have you ever known me to do what's expected?
Okay, but if you start throwing terms like volitional act and defective reason at a jury, you've already lost them.
Yeah, but this case is about emotion. Making people feel what Nate Sr. felt when he was losing his mind locked away in that cell.
What is the biggest pitfall of Mr. Maddox?
It's nice, right?
Think about the
For a
emotion.
bar.
Well, it's cheap and it's available on the 15th. We should book it.
My mom has a church retreat every year around the holidays. I have to make sure she's free.
For her son's wedding?
Do you agree, Mr. Walsh?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Do you think Judge Coughlin will be biased against our case?
I think whatever Gabriel thinks.
You also failed to properly prepare for the prosecution's first witness.
You mean their hostile witness?
I mean your client's son, Nate Leahy Jr. You knew about his complicated history with his father, and yet you failed to grill him before he took the stand.
She did. I was there.
Okay, well, then I guess she did a bad job, considering the bomb the prosecution dropped.
How could she have seen that coming?
I don't know, second chair. I guess that was your job.
They buried that letter on purpose. There was nothing she could have done.
She could have gotten it thrown out as hearsay.
Her only option was to challenge his relevance.
The point of this exercise is to figure out where you and Professor Keating went wrong. Why are you getting so defensive?
Because that's what a real lawyer does. Defends their client.
You're not a real lawyer. You're just her little mini-me.
Sit down.
You hid in the back of that courtroom like a baby the entire case, and now you have something to say.
You sat shotgun and let her drive this case straight off a cliff.
I said sit down. This is a law school. Not daycare. The judge ruled against us. So what could I have done next?
You know, this all could have been avoided if you'd just done the research and found that letter.
Sounds like your boyfriend's job.
Fiance, and is anyone really to blame here?
Yeah, the guy who wrote the letter.
We all do stupid things when we're 14.
Pretty sure he wasn't 14 when he chose to become a cop.
What does him being a cop have to do with anything?
What kind of guy turns his back on his own people?
Okay, none of this helps our case right now.
Exactly. I'm going to C&G to prep for tomorrow.
Are you trying to get him to punch you?
Where are you going?
Oh, he needs my antitrust outline. I'll see you guys back at the house.
Those two guys friends again?
They're probably just bumming.